Hi, and welcome to the Life Balance Podcast with me, Lisa Smith, and Carol Watson. So today we're going to talk about emotional intelligence. What does that mean?
So I'm going to share with you a definition by Meyer 2000. Yes, we quote references in this podcast. Just because I think it's so good at explaining what emotional intelligence is, if I can say it.
We may shorten this to EI.
Yes.
Just for sure.
It's the ability to perceive and express emotions, to use emotions to facilitate thinking, to understand and reason with emotions, and to effectively manage emotions within oneself and in relationships with others.
I definitely think that last part, like managing your emotions.
Within yourself and others.
Yeah.
With others, yeah.
So I think we came up with this topic for this podcast. I think it came from a networking event. I'm pretty sure it might have.
Yeah.
About our experiences with people who can't manage their emotions.
Alright, okay, yeah.
Yeah. And we thought, what a great topic to talk about on our podcast.
Yeah.
Because it can apply to anything, either in, your business or in life in general.
Yeah. Well, we're talking about relationships with other people, so it applies to absolutely everything. Because in everything you do, unless you're a recluse that lives in a hut up on a hill somewhere, you have to deal with other people.
Okay, let's just say it out. Well, unless you're the Grinch. Christmas!
Okay. Didn't see that coming.
Then it applies to everyone.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've been looking for a way to get Christmas into all these podcasts, but...
Yeah, she wanted us to sing, so this is the alternative. I have saved you all.
And I said to Carol, I want to sing a song on the podcast. You know that one, 5 gold rings? She was like, the 12 days of Christmas. Anyway, so we digress.
Yes.
Back to
being emotionally intelligent.
Yeah. Back to managing your emotions.
Yeah.
I've just shown a classic case of not managing your emotions during Christmas.
Yeah, well, you're getting too excited. Yeah. Okay, so as part of my degree, we studied emotional intelligence in a few subjects. One was in leadership, because obviously if you're the person who other people are following, you're looked up to, and you need to not be flipping your lid or
have a steady hand.
Yeah, falling into a crumbling mess.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than a weak leader.
Yeah. And also I studied this in another topic, which was organisational behaviour, but again it was all how you manage people, so it's the same thing pretty much. And they say that there's 4 main areas of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, and then self-management, social awareness, and then relationship management. So that's 2 totally separate areas. One is how you deal with yourself solely, and then the other one is how you deal with other people.
Yeah, and I think it sort of comes across as well. Like, if you can't, we talk about that a lot when we are looking at deals from different people. Sometimes if that person isn't managing their emotions with the deal, you can kind of tell off the bat that something doesn't sit quite right.
Yeah.
And it's either they've missed something, aka the deal isn't theirs, they've not signed, some sort of lockout agreement. Yeah, that'll give them the chance to, go out and sell this property for someone, and they're worried in case, it sort of goes elsewhere, and they've got an investor lined up and things like that. So you can kind of sort of sniff these things out, I suppose, like really quickly. And that's obviously a sign that if you're, if everything isn't in place, then you know that something's up. You can tell it when someone is presenting as well. Yeah. If they've not practiced what they're going to talk about, and if they don't believe in it, you can tell straight away.
It comes across.
As an audience, yeah. But like, okay, here's a Christmas pun number 2. If you're watching a pantomime, right, and the actor, it just doesn't come across, and you don't resonate with what they're acting about.
Yeah.
In the Christmas play, or panto, then you're not going to believe.
So we speak about filtering things.
Mm-hmm.
So it's the exact same thing. That is basically self-awareness. Is when you're like, in your head, you're like, I want to say this, but you're like, I can't say that. That's not okay. You can't say that to people for whatever reason, or if I say that to this person, they're going to get upset, or I better not say that. That's giving away too much information about whatever. That's self-awareness, and it comes from, like, we do plan, do, review, and improve all the time. So we like plan our days, carry them out, and then we go back and review them. And this is just doing this to yourself, like on every situation, which we do as well, and all our calls and meetings and things.
Yeah. So if someone isn't self-aware, does that mean they don't?
Like the Tasmanian devil running through the world.
Yeah, they don't.
They just say whatever comes into their head. They don't care that they're hurting someone's feelings, or maybe it's not that they don't. I don't know. Yeah, because I've just said they don't care if they're hurting someone's feelings. That I feel like that's a bit harsh, because they might care, but they're not aware of what's coming out their mouth before it's too late. And then once they've said it, they're like, oh no. Pregnant Carol can be slightly guilty of this. Her filter gets broke. My poor mother.
Yeah, so, but what about these people that don't seem to even care? Like, so, if they're not
What I want to say is not allowed to be said in a podcast. Well, they're just idiots. It's the PT version.
It begins with A and ends in E.
Yeah, it begins with A and ends in hole. Yeah. Sorry, I might need to cut that out.
See.
Yeah.
Yes, the people that don't care, is it that they necessarily don't care, or is it that they're not aware that they should care?
Yeah.
That was profound.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That is deep. For Monday evening. I don't know.
It's interesting.
Yeah.
And I think, like, it's hard when, like, I would say that we're both pretty much socially aware.
Yeah.
When it comes to people, we can read people really quickly,
Yeah.
quite accurately.
I think you're better at it than me. You're definitely better than me. It's your superpower.
I think, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. People just, tell me. I always thought they tell me their life problems. But then as I've got older and more into business and things like that, I feel like they tell me
Just everything.
The background.
So part of social awareness is reading a situation. I think I'm good at this part, because when you like walk in a room and you can like feel the energy. Yeah, I'm quite good at that. I don't know if everyone is.
So what do you do if the energy is like down?
Try and
walk back further away.
Depending on who it is, yeah. Sometimes it's better
straight back
just to leave, just in reverse. But if you can, I don't know, just start a different conversation, something more lighthearted. Yeah.
Can you usually like point out who's the culprit, like who's bringing down the mood?
Don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Can you? Do you know? Next time this happens, I'll totally be like, analyse it.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
sometimes you can, yeah. Like I think you need to be like, you probably couldn't do for a one-off.
No.
Like if it was just a one-off random like event, meeting, gathering, etc., you probably wouldn't be able to do that. But I think if it's a regular occurrence, you could. You can spot the culprit. If it's a regular occurrence, then you can spot the culprit a mile off.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's never usually like that person. So that person usually knows that they're doing it, but it's coming from a different place.
Yeah.
And it's usually to do like with their own insecurities.
Yeah, definitely.
Really weird.
Yeah, because they're not self-aware.
Whereas, see if I was insecure about something, I wouldn't project that on someone else.
Yeah.
Because I would feel
some
that
things are subconscious.
Yeah, like somebody would see right through me.
Yeah.
Like if I wasn't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like if you're projecting that on someone else, then you've got a beacon on your head. You know what I mean? Saying, I don't know what I'm doing.
Yeah, totally.
That's weird too. Interesting. It's maybe a sort of introvert extrovert type thing.
Yeah, maybe. Because that would be the same as you. I'd rather just be upfront than.
Yeah.
So that's the awareness side, and then the other side is all about management and how you deal with everything. So one of the scholars that's focused on this area is a guy called Goleman, and he came up with the 4 areas that we've just spoke about. And as an element of the self-management, he speaks about being achievement orientated. And I think people who go on the entrepreneurial journey definitely have to be achievement orientated. You generally, most entrepreneurs set goals. You kind of have to, because then how else do you start a business? So
how do you measure how well you're doing?
Yeah.
When no one else is telling you.
Yeah.
How well you're doing.
Yeah. So I think that's an interesting side of it. Although there are people who are not emotionally intelligent that do set goals, I'm pretty sure.
Just on that setting goals, so what do you do when you achieve a goal?
Depends what it is.
Yeah.
Little fist pump sometimes.
And do you like do you take the time to like really think about that and think, wow, yeah, okay, like I did really well there?
Yeah.
Or do you just immediately move on to the next one?
I'll do like a wee celebration. Like a party.
Yeah. Party for each goal.
What about you?
I don't think like I celebrate achievements. No. I think I always I think I just immediately move on to the next thing, and I think, well, it's almost as if I'd say, oh, like I'll save it for the next one because that's the bigger one. That's the one that I really, really want. And then when I get that, obviously time has moved on, and I'm like, oh, actually, I'll just wait till the next one because that's the one that I really, really want. Yeah. And so you always kind of forget to celebrate your achievements, I think.
I've been guilty in the past of achieving a goal and being like, yeah, okay, so I've got this, and then just being a bit complacent and not progressing past that.
Yeah. I'm like that person that, if someone like compliments you, you play it down. Yeah. That's what I do. Yeah. So like if I'm like, if someone's like, oh, I really like that dress you're wearing, I'm like, yeah, I mean, it wasn't expensive or something like that. You know what I mean? Like I would like dull it down.
Yeah. I think we spoke about this in another podcast, haven't we? I feel like we have.
Oh, I think.
But yeah, but I'm aware that I do that, so I've now started saying this magic word. Thank you.
I know.
I don't know why I said that. Like I say it to my daughter.
I'm getting a life lesson. Yeah, but yeah, it's funny. Yeah, strange.
Yeah,
that must be a character trait as well.
Yeah. And obviously part of self-management is how you control your own emotions, which is the filter that we've already spoke about. And then in relationships, how do you deal with them? It says managing conflict, working as a team. Now, this is a bit I like about emotional intelligence, which I don't know if you all know about. Maybe you all don't know. I've obviously swatted up on it, so and it is that emotional intelligence can be seen to be manipulation, because you are aware of your strengths and whatever it is, and aware of other people and maybe their like weaknesses or what they're lacking or what they are, because you can read the situation, you can take advantage of it and be really influential, potentially a bit persuasive, and that can be seen as unethical. Go, what do you think?
That's interesting. I think it would only be unethical if that person was at a serious disadvantage, you know what I mean? Like I tend to generally think that like, I was talking to my husband about this the other day, and we were talking about some people that we have in our lives, and these people, you know, when you say someone just always comes up smelling of roses, like, you know, they fall in the biggest pile of whatever and come out smelling of roses, and like they just float through life like that, and you know, opportunity after opportunity, and you know, they don't exactly have massive goals and they don't have big dreams, but
somehow they're winning.
Yeah, they're winning, they're successful and stuff, and you think, wow, like, you know, like we're both these people that we genuinely have to work super hard at every single thing that we do. Nothing ever seems to come easy in that sense. But then I think, like, we can make better decisions, and like obviously we're better people than we were like sort of 10 years ago, and you sort of grow like that. But I think that's maybe where emotional intelligence comes from. Like, if you have to work really hard to get what you want, then you do become a bit more self-aware and a bit more socially aware of things, because that's the thing that's going to give you the edge.
Yeah, part of emotional intelligence is the ability to persevere. So you're right.
Yeah. But yeah, like, I think in terms of like manipulation, is it like unfair? It's only unfair if you're doing someone over, or if, you know, you can't have everyone's best interests at heart when it comes to business, because you don't really know what. You don't have the time to figure out, you know, absolutely everyone's best interest and what they really, really want out of life. Like, I think it's more, as long as you're doing things ethically and everything like that, and you're making people aware of the whole, you're transparent.
So there is ways to improve your emotional intelligence, and I don't know if you know this, but they actually say that you can't improve your IQ, but you can improve your EI, your emotional intelligence.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah. So the ways in which you can do this, guys, is by listening to what people are saying about you, or just listening to other people, and because we give things away as much as, I know you like to think you've got a poker face, but
oh no.
we do give, well, my face 100% is just definitely ridiculous, but and everyone's the same, they'll have different cues. So, and when you're speaking and what you're saying, if you listen to people properly, instead of just thinking in your head, oh, what can I say next, if you're actually paying attention to a conversation and to what someone's saying, and like their body language and their demeanour, and just how they are in each situation, you can read the situation better and deal with it better. A big part of improving your emotional intelligence is you must be motivated to do it. Like you're talking about people that don't care. If you don't care, you're not going to do anything about it, are you?
Yeah, you're just going to slump back in your old ways and just be like, well, I just not bother with things. I actually read something this morning that said that, okay, so men and women are completely different, right? We come from different planets. Yeah. Venus and Mars. Yeah. And
I've never actually finished that book.
No.
Anyway, sorry.
And they were saying that guys like the headline. So just give them the headline. Okay. So don't beat around the bush, ladies. When you want your man to do something, if you want him, say you wanted him to
empty the dishwasher.
Great one, right? Empty the dishwasher. Just tell him, empty the dishwasher. Because don't be like placing dishes like in front of him, or leaving a little note somewhere that he's definitely not going to read.
Hinting. Wow, you know what? I would love if someone would just come and like help me out in the kitchen and do the dishwasher. My husband will kill you for listening to this, because it's his job when he's like, just all the kitchen jobs, it's his job when he's home.
But you have to just give like guys the headline.
Yeah.
That's all they need.
Yeah.
Whereas women, like we would take it a little bit more subtly.
Yeah.
And we'd be like, I'll just do that for them.
Yeah.
Like this tonight, I came home from a really busy day. We're fitting in this podcast tonight, and my husband had got the log burner on. We're in the dead of winter right now.
I don't know what he thinks me and Lisa get up to, because he set candles. It's very romantic.
I know, he set all these candles and things. It's my favourite thing. Like, I hate coming into a cold house.
Yeah.
Like, I need to come into like a nice warm house.
Yeah.
And yeah. And I don't know what I did. I don't know what the headline was that I gave him, because I'm like, I would give it to him every day.
Yeah.
Like, I would say, look.
Do you think that's what you need to do now, though? Is you need to be like, oh, it was so nice. I would love that every day.
Yeah, like maybe play it
instead
up.
of just, because now if he doesn't do it tomorrow, you're going to be raging, and you can't be raging.
I know, I'll just be disappointed.
So,
yeah.
So what else can you do to improve your emotional intelligence? They say that you can ask for feedback. Now, this is something we do at Toastmasters, the place I go for help for stopping me saying through my podcast. Hopefully you think it's getting better. Thank you. And what we do is we evaluate each other after each speech. You write out an evaluation form and then give it to the person that presented their rehearsed speech.
Okay.
If it's impromptu, you just get a bit of verbal feedback, but it's constant feedback, and that's how the whole system is based. It's based on people being aware that they're in a safe place to practice, and then that they're going to get feedback to improve on. So you need to not only ask for feedback, but listen to it and take action on it. And I've already said, I think, like, our plan to review and improve thing that we do is geared towards improving emotional intelligence, because it is just generally wanting to be a better human.
Yeah, and just get like better at certain tasks and get quicker and more concise. Yeah, I do that when I'm like sending emails. I hate a long email. Yeah, I do. I really hate it, and I like headings. Maybe a bit more male than I think. And I like to be able to skim something and get the gist, and see like if you want me to take an action, like bold it out or do something. And that's that's what I do, because I like that. Yeah, that's what I do to other people. Yeah. And I try and make it really easy for them to do business with me, even. That's what Grant Cardone was saying in the 10X tour, so is they make stuff so easy for people. And I think, like you can't give people too many options and things like that. Like you need to just be dead concise. And I think I'm constantly trying to improve, things like that in our business for sure. Yeah. But no, I like this. Yeah. So to summarise. Yeah. So we've defined emotional intelligence, because I think in the mindset entrepreneurial world we all speak about it a lot, and I don't actually know if anyone's fully aware of what we don't really address it properly. What the academic definition is. So hopefully that has been interesting. We've spoken about Goleman's 4 areas of emotional intelligence: self-awareness, social awareness, and then also the self-management and relationship management side of it as well. And then giving you some tips on how to improve it. So if you want to subscribe to our YouTube channel, the channel is called Life Balance. And if you want to go on iTunes, for Apple users, you're looking for the Life Balance podcast. And for Android, if you can go to lifebalance.libsyn.com, you'll find us on there. Merry Christmas from the Life Balance podcast.